You're coming with me. I just asked about the price. He doesn't wait for her to finish. His hand goes to her throat. Lateral vascular neck restraint. 8 seconds. Her knees buckle. 20 people watch. Nobody moves. Then a voice cuts through the Christmas music. Federal agent. Hands where I can see them. Another voice. FBI. Step back from her. Now. 3 more. 5 total. Shopping bags drop. Badges appear. The cop freezes. On your knees. Hands behind your head. He's surrounded. In the middle of a mall. In front of everyone. By people who were just standing there. The woman he choked gets to her feet, wipes her mouth, looks at him. Officer Turner, she says. Her voice is steady now. We've been watching you for 18 months. Seconds. That's all it took. From chokehold to cuffs to everything he thought was hidden. Exposed. Stay for what happens next. 18 months ago, FBI Special Agent Brenda Anderson walks into a briefing room in Kansas City. She's 36, 12 years with the Bureau, specializes in organized crime. Her record is clean. Her cover identities are airtight. Special Agent Winters slides a file across the table. Riverside, Missouri, he says. Population, 42,000. 1 shopping mall, 3 churches, and a drug pipeline that moves $2 million a month through the Midwest. The file contains surveillance photos. Marcus Webb, age 44, no arrests, owns a car dealership, a pawn shop, and half the commercial real estate in Riverside. On paper, he's a businessman. In reality, he runs a network that distributes fentanyl from St. Louis to Des Moines. We've been watching Webb for 3 years, Winters continues. He's careful, uses locals, pays off the right people. We need someone inside. Brenda opens the file, sees the next photo. Officer Kyle Turner, Riverside PD. 8 years on the force, 12 complaints filed, 0 disciplinary actions. In 6 of the surveillance photos, Turner is standing next to Webb. Coffee shops, parking lots, the back office of Webb's dealership. Turner's dirty, Winters says. But he's not alone. We think there are 5, maybe 6 officers on Webb's payroll. We need to confirm who. Get evidence. Build a RICO case that puts the whole network away. Brenda studies Turner's face. Sharp jaw, cold eyes. The kind of cop who learned early that the badge means he doesn't have to ask twice. What's my cover? She asks. Retail worker. Single mom. New to town. You're nobody. She nods. Closes the file. When do I start? That was 18 months ago. Today is Black Friday, November 29th. Riverside Park Shopping Center is packed. The air smells like cinnamon pretzels and artificial pine from the enormous Christmas tree in the center court. Speakers loop the same 12 bars of Jingle Bells. Parents drag exhausted children past toy store windows plastered with 70% off signs. The mall's decorations are excessive. Gold tinsel dripping from every railing, fake snow dusting every surface, a banner stretching across the main entrance. Peace on Earth. Brenda Anderson, now going by the same name, but with a fabricated rental history and a part-time job stocking shelves at a drugstore, blends into the crowd. Jeans, sneakers, a plain jacket. No badge, no weapon, nothing that would compromise 18 months of work. She's here because Marcus Webb is here. Surveillance picked him up entering the mall 40 minutes ago. He's meeting someone. Brenda doesn't know who yet. That's what she's here to find out. 5 other agents are positioned throughout the mall, dressed as shoppers, holding bags, scrolling phones. Invisible. Brenda stops at a toy store, not because she needs to, but because Webb just walked past, and she needs a reason to linger. She picks up a doll. Pink dress. It's marked $24.99 on the shelf. She walks to the register. The cashier scans it. The screen reads $34.99. Brenda pauses, looks at the screen, looks at the shelf. "Excuse me," she says. "The shelf said $24.99. The cashier, a teenager with tired eyes, barely looks up. "That's the price." "Can you double-check?" The girl sighs. "The register's always right." Brenda keeps her voice calm, professional, the same tone she uses in interrogation rooms. "Can I speak to a manager?" The girl rolls her eyes, picks up a phone. 30 seconds later, a man in a cheap tie appears. The manager. He looks at Brenda, looks at the doll. His expression shifts, not to helpfulness, but to suspicion. "Is there a problem?" "The shelf price and the register don't match. I'd like you to check." He doesn't move, just stares at her. The kind of stare that says, "I know your type." "Ma'am, it's Black Friday. I don't have time for this. Either pay or leave." Brenda reaches for her wallet. She's not here to cause a scene. She's here to track Webb, but the manager is already signaling someone. Store security. And that's when Officer Kyle Turner walks in. Turner doesn't look at the register, doesn't look at the doll. He looks at Brenda. "Ma'am, you need to leave." His hand is already on his belt, not his radio, his cuffs. Brenda keeps her hands visible, palms open, non-threatening. Every move is deliberate. She's done this 100 times in training. Stay calm, de-escalate, don't blow cover. "Officer, there's just a price discrepancy." "I don't care about the price." His voice is flat, cold. "You're causing a disturbance." "I'm not. I just asked." "Ma'am, step back." She doesn't move. Not because she's resisting, because she hasn't been told where to step back to. It's a test. She knows it. He's looking for a reason. "Sir, I'd like to pay and leave. Can someone just check the shelf?" Turner's jaw tightens. He takes a step closer. Brenda can smell his cologne. Too much of it. Trying to cover something else. Sweat. Adrenaline. "I'm not going to ask again." Around them, the crowd slows. 20 people. Maybe more. Holding shopping bags. Watching. Nobody says anything. The only sound is the tinny loop of silver bells from the speakers above. Brenda scans the faces. She knows 5 of them. Agent Hale, pretending to check his phone near the clearance rack. Agent Morris, holding a shopping bag by the entrance. 3 more positioned at different exits. They can't intervene. Not yet. If they do, 18 months is gone. Webb is 30 feet away, standing near the food court, watching. If FBI agents suddenly appear, he'll vanish. The network will scatter. Everything will collapse. Brenda has to let this play out. Turner grabs her arm, not a guiding hand, a grip, hard. His thumb digs into the pressure point above her elbow. "Let's go." She doesn't pull away, doesn't resist, just says quietly, "You're hurting me." Then move. "I'm not resisting. Please." He twists her arm behind her back, fast, practiced. She gasps, not from pain. She's been through worse in defensive tactics training, but because it's sudden, because she needs the crowd to see. And they do. Phones come out, not to help, to record. Turner sees the phones. His face hardens. He spins her around. His forearm goes across her throat. Lateral vascular neck restraint. Exactly the hold Riverside PD banned 2 years ago after a lawsuit. Brenda's vision tunnels. Pressure builds behind her eyes. She can't breathe, can't speak. Her hands go to his arm, instinctively, trying to pull it away. "Stop resisting," Turner says, loud enough for the crowd to hear. She's not resisting. She's suffocating. 8 seconds. That's how long he holds it. Her knees buckle. The fluorescent lights above blur into halos. The mall sounds, the Christmas music, the shuffle of feet, the beeping registers, all fade into a high-pitched ringing. Then he lets go. Brenda drops to her knees, gasping, coughing. Her throat burns. She can feel the bruise forming already. Turner steps back, keys his radio. "Dispatch, incident resolved at Riverside Mall. No arrest necessary. The subject will be escorted out." He doesn't help her up, doesn't check if she's okay, just stands there, hand on his belt, waiting for her to move. Brenda gets to her feet, slowly. Her phone is on the floor. Screen cracked. She picks it up. Her hands are shaking, not from fear, from rage, from 18 months of watching this man do exactly this to other people, and now feeling it herself. But she doesn't say anything, just nods, turns toward the exit. That's when Agent Hale's voice cuts through the crowd. "Federal agent, everyone stay where you are." Turner's head snaps up. Agent Morris steps forward from the entrance, badge raised. "FBI, officer, hands where I can see them." 3 more voices, 5 agents total, surrounding him. Shopping bags on the ground, badges out. The crowd gasps, steps back. Phones still recording. Turner's hand moves toward his gun. "Don't," Agent Hale says. Calm, firm. "Hands behind your head. Now." Turner looks at Brenda. She's standing now, straight, no longer gasping. Her eyes meet his. "Officer Kyle Turner," she says. Her voice is steady. "I'm Special Agent Brenda Anderson, FBI. You're under arrest." Turner is cuffed, read his rights, walked out of the mall in front of 200 shoppers recording on their phones. Agent Morris radios for backup. Riverside PD sends 3 units, not to assist the FBI, to ask what the hell is going on. Chief Daniel Howard arrives 20 minutes later. He's 52, 26 years with the department. He sees Turner in the back of an FBI vehicle and his face goes white. "Agent Winters," he says. His voice was tight. "What is this?" Winters hands him a document, federal arrest warrant, assault on a federal officer, 18 U.S.C. R-111. "Your officer just choked an undercover FBI agent," Winters says, "in front of witnesses, while she was conducting an active investigation. We'll need his body cam footage, personnel file, and duty logs." Howard stares at the warrant, then at Brenda, sitting in an ambulance getting her throat examined. "She's FBI?" 18 months undercover, Winters says. "Your officer just blew her cover." Howard's jaw works. He looks back at Turner, who's staring straight ahead. Face blank. No panic. "This is a mistake," Howard says. "Turner followed procedure." "She asked about a price," Winters interrupts. "He choked her for 8 seconds. Silence. Howard's face shifts, from shock to calculation. "We'll cooperate fully," he says, then walks away. By 6 p.m., the video is everywhere. 28 seconds uploaded to Twitter. Brenda asking about the price. Turner grabbing her arm. The choke hold. Her knees buckling. Then the reveal. 5 agents. Badges. Turner surrounded. Caption: "Cop chokes black woman over $10. Turns out she's FBI. Watch." 2 million views in 6 hours. By midnight, CNN runs it. MSNBC, local news. The Chiron. Missouri officer arrested after choking undercover FBI agent. Comments explode. Thousands sharing their own stories. Traffic stops, searches, chokeholds. Always the same pattern. Escalation, humiliation, no accountability. Hashtags trend. Riverside PD. Turner must go. Justice for Brenda. But Brenda isn't watching social media. She's watching mall surveillance footage. The moment Webb saw FBI badges, he ran. Disappeared into the Black Friday crowd. By the time agents reached the food court, he was gone. 18 months. Gone. "He'll lawyer up," Agent Morris says. They're in a Kansas City field office conference room. 2 a.m. Coffee cups everywhere. Monitors looping mall footage. "He'll dump phones, wipe computers. By morning, untouchable." Maybe, Winters says. He's watching Turner's arrest, frame by frame. But Webb isn't our only problem. He rewinds. There, in the background, another Riverside officer, standing near the jewelry store, watching Turner choke Brenda. And he doesn't move, doesn't intervene, just watches. Who is that? Brenda asks. Winters zooms in, checks the badge. Officer Jason Grant, 7 years Riverside PD. He pulls Grant's file. 3 complaints, all dismissed, all involving excessive force, all victims connected to Webb's businesses. He's dirty too, Brenda says. Winters nods. If he's dirty, and Turner's dirty, we need to know who else, Agent Hale finishes. By morning, Riverside PD issues a statement. Riverside Police Department is aware of the incident involving Officer Kyle Turner. Officer Turner has been placed on administrative leave pending internal investigation. We are cooperating fully with federal authorities. No apology, no acknowledgement of wrongdoing, just incident and investigation. The union issues their own statement 2 hours later. Officer Turner responded to a reported disturbance and followed established protocols. The circumstances are complex and require full review. We stand by Officer Turner and trust a fair investigation will reveal the complete picture. Non-compliant, disturbance, complex circumstances. The language is deliberate, victim blaming without saying it. Social media responds immediately. She asked about a price. He choked her for asking a question. Non-compliant equals asking questions while black. She's FBI and he still did it. Imagine what he does to people who can't fight back. By noon, a protest forms outside Riverside PD headquarters. 50 people, then 100, then 300. Signs. Accountability now. Fire Turner. How many more? Local news covers it live. Reporters ask Chief Howard for comment. He declines, says investigation is ongoing, asks for patience. But patience is gone. Reverend William Hayes speaks through a megaphone. For years, we've been telling you Riverside PD has a problem. For years, we've been told we're exaggerating, making it about race. Well, they choked an FBI agent. On camera. And the union still calls her non-compliant. So tell me, what does it take? The crowd roars. Inside the station, Howard watches from his office window. His phone rings. The mayor. City council, press. Everyone wants answers. He has none. Because he's known about Turner for years, the complaints, the pattern. But Turner's union rep was good. Arbitration was slow, easier to close cases than fight them. Now it's too late. His phone buzzes. Text from unknown number. We need to talk. M.W. Marcus Webb. Howard deletes it, but his hand shakes. Turner is released 6 hours later, not because the charges are dropped, because his union lawyer files a motion. Excessive bail, unlawful detention. The judge sets bail at $50,000. Turner's lawyer posts it immediately. By 9 a.m., Turner walks out of county jail. Free, waiting for trial. The optics are devastating. He choked a federal agent on camera, and he's home by breakfast. Social media erupts again. Hashtag Turner Walks trends within the hour. The comments are furious. 6 hours, that's it. Choke an FBI agent, go home for breakfast. If you or I did that, we'd be in jail for years. But Brenda isn't watching the reactions. She's in a secure conference room at FBI headquarters in Kansas City. Winters sits across from her. On the table between them, Turner's body cam footage. Are you sure you want to watch this? Winters asks. She nods. He presses play. The footage starts at 3:42 p.m. Turner enters the mall. The camera records everything. Christmas music, the crowd, the toy store. Then the cashier called security. The manager signaling. Turner approaching. Brenda watches herself on the screen. Calm. Hands visible, voice steady. Officer, there's just a price discrepancy. I don't care about the price. Then the grab, the twist, the chokehold. But here's what the bystanders didn't see, what the phones didn't catch. Before Turner approached, he was on his phone. The body cam audio picks it up. "Yeah, I see her," Turner says into the phone. His voice was low. "That woman asking questions at the toy store? I'll handle it." A voice responds, distorted through the phone speaker, but clear enough. "Make it quick. We can't afford attention." Turner ends the call, walks toward Brenda. 20 seconds later, his hand is on her throat. Winters pauses the footage. "That voice," he says. "We ran it through analysis. 92% match." He pulls up a comparison file. Audio from 18 months of surveillance. The voice matches. Marcus Webb. Brenda stares at the screen. Her throat still aches. But now the bruise means something more than assault. It means conspiracy. "Webb called him," she says. "Told him to handle me." "And Turner did," Winters says, "without asking questions, without checking ID. He just did it." This isn't random violence. This isn't a bad cop having a bad day. This is coordinated, deliberate. Webb saw Brenda asking questions in a mall where he was conducting business. He called his cop, and his cop silenced her. Except she's not just any woman. She's a federal agent, and Webb just ordered a hit on her. "This changes everything," Winters says. "We're not just talking about assault anymore. We're talking about a conspiracy to assault a federal officer. 18 U.S.C. K.R. 11144. That's up to 20 years. Brenda leans back. For 18 months, she's been invisible, watching, documenting, waiting for enough evidence to move. She was patient, careful, professional. And then Turner choked her, and in doing so, he handed her everything. "There's more," Winters says. He opens another file. "We pulled Turner's finances, bank records for the past 3 years. Every month on the same day, $8,000 are deposited into his account. Cash, no paper trail. But we traced the deposit locations, all ATMs within 2 miles of Webb's businesses." He slides a printout across the table. Highlighted rows, 86 deposits, $8,000 each, over $600,000 total. "Turner's been on Webb's payroll for 3 years, Winters says. Minimum. Brenda picks up the printout, stares at the numbers. This isn't just one dirty cop. This is systematic, long-term, organized. "How many others?" she asks. "We're running financials on the entire department," Winters says. "But based on surveillance, we think at least 5 others, maybe 6. He pulls up photos. Officers caught on camera meeting with Webb, standing outside his businesses, riding in his cars. Officer Jason Grant, Officer Derek Simmons, Officer Luis Hernandez, Sergeant Paul White, Officer Amy Brooks. 6 cops, all with similar deposit patterns, all with complaints filed and dismissed, all with one thing in common. They protected Webb's interests. "These aren't bad apples," Brenda says. "This is a network." "Yes," Winters says. "And you just gave us the opening to take it down." The room is quiet, just the hum of the air conditioning, the distant sound of phones ringing in other offices. Brenda touches her throat, feels the bruise. 18 months undercover, and she never got hurt. Then one cop, one moment of racism, one chokehold, and now the whole system is exposed. "When do we move?" she asks. "Soon," Winters says. "But first, we need Webb to make a mistake." The phone call happens at 4:17 p.m., 35 minutes after Turner is arrested. Marcus Webb, standing in the parking lot of his car dealership, dials a number. He doesn't know the FBI has had a wiretap on his phone for 14 months. Court order, sealed. He thinks he's safe. He's wrong. The call connects. Webb's voice is tight, controlled, but there's panic underneath. "We have a problem." The voice on the other end belongs to Vincent Shaw, Webb's lawyer, 62 years old, partner at Shaw & Associates, clean record, expensive suits. "I'm aware," Shaw says. "It's all over the news." "Turner screwed up," Webb says. "He choked a Fed. Do you understand what that means?" "It means Turner has a legal problem, not you." "She was there because of me," Webb snaps. "She was watching. They've been watching. For how long?" Silence. "Vincent, if they've been watching, they know. The shipments, the deposits, everything." "Then we shut it down," Shaw says. "Destroy records, wipe computers, move cash offshore." "And the others? The cops? Grant? Simmons? What if they flip?" Shaw pauses. His voice goes cold. "They won't flip if they don't have reason to. Pay their bonuses. Double. Keep them loyal. And Marcus, stop calling me on this phone." The call ends. The FBI transcribes every word. By 6 p.m., agents have enough for a second warrant. Not just Turner, Webb, Shaw, conspiracy, money laundering, bribery of public officials. But Winter hasn't moved yet. Webb is panicking. Panicked people make mistakes. Winter waits. Receipt 1. Financial records. FBI forensic accountants trace Webb's deposits. $8,000 every month to Turner's account. But Turner isn't alone. 5 other Riverside officers have similar patterns. Officer Jason Grant, $7,000 per month, 36 months. Total, $252,000. Officer Derek Simmons, $6,000 per month, 28 months. Total, $168,000. Officer Luis Hernandez, $7,500 per month, 40 months. Total, $300,000. Sergeant Paul White, $9,000 per month, 48 months. Total, $432,000. Officer Amy Brooks, $6,500 per month, 30 months. Total, $195,000. 6 officers, $1.8 million, 3 years. All cash deposits, all at ATMs near Webb's businesses, all on the 15th. Payday. Receipt 2. Surveillance logs. 18 months of documentation. Every meeting between Webb and Riverside PD officers, coffee shops, parking lots. Webb's dealership office, 43 meetings total. Turner met Webb 16 times. Grant, 12. Simmons, 8. Each meeting is 10 to 15 minutes. No paperwork, no official reason. Webb pays. The cops protect. Receipt 3, complaint records. Winters pulls internal affairs files for all 6 officers. Turner, 12 complaints in 8 years. Excessive force, racial profiling, all closed. 0 discipline. Grant, 9 complaints, all closed. Simmons, 7, closed. Hernandez, 11, closed. White, 14, closed. Chen, 6, closed. 59 complaints. Not one suspension, not one termination. But here's the pattern. Every victim who filed a complaint was connected to Webb's business rivals, a competitor, a witness, someone in his territory. The complaints weren't random. They were enforcement. Webb's cops intimidating threats, protecting interests. Receipt 4. Body cam metadata. FBI tech pulls metadata from Riverside PD's body cam system. Every officer is required to activate cameras during public interactions. Department policy. But the data shows something else. Turner's body cam, deactivated 47 times in 18 months, each marked technical malfunction, each during incidents that resulted in complaints. Grant, 32 deactivations. Simmons, 28. Hernandez, 39. White, 41. Chen, 19. 206 malfunctions across 6 officers. FBI cross-references timestamps with surveillance. 12 deactivations occurred within 1 hour of Webb conducting business nearby. Not malfunctions. Deliberate. Receipt 5. Internal emails. Winters subpoenas. Riverside PD's email server. 18 months of correspondence. Buried in routine messages, a pattern emerges. Email from IA investigator to Chief Howard 14 months ago. Chief, complaint against Turner. Case number IA 2023-087. Witness credible. Medical evidence supports excessive force. Recommend formal hearing. Howard's response, the union will grieve. Recommend closure as insufficient evidence. Another email, 11 months ago. Chief Officer Grant complained. The video contradicts the officer's statement. Recommend suspension pending investigation. Howard's response, coordinate with the union. Ensure arbitration is favorable. Close quietly. 14 emails. 14 recommendations for discipline. 14 closures. Not because evidence was lacking, because the chief ordered it. Receipt 6. Witness statements. Natalie Brooks has been investigating Riverside PD for 2 years. She's interviewed dozens who filed complaints. Now 6 agree to go on record. Traffic stop 2021. Turner pulled him over. Searched without consent. Found nothing. Threw him against the hood. Complaint closed. Domestic call 2022. Grant arrested the victim instead of the abuser. Complaint closed. Shoplifting accusation 2023. Simmons detained the teenager for 40 minutes. No evidence. Complaint closed. Different stories. Same pattern. Escalation. Humiliation. No accountability. Every victim, Black or Latino. Every incident, in Webb's territory. Receipt 7. Webb's business records. FBI accountants subpoena Webb's businesses. Car dealership. Pawn shop. Real estate. On paper, legitimate. Revenue matches expenses. Taxes filed. But deeper analysis finds discrepancies. Dealership reports 80 cars sold monthly. Insurance records show 42 registered. Where are the other 38? The pawn shop reports 40,000 in gold purchases. Only 12,000 in receipts. Real estate owns 16 properties. 6 generate rental income. 10 listed under renovation for 3 years. The businesses are fronts, money laundering. Webb moves drug money through fake sales, inflated transactions, and phantom holdings. 3 years, $12 million laundered. Receipt. 8. Union contracts. FBI lawyers review Riverside PD's union contract. Section 12.4. Any discipline requires arbitration board approval. 2 union reps, 1 city rep, 1 neutral arbitrator. 2 union reps protect the officer. City rep votes discipline. The neutral arbitrator breaks the tie. But neutral arbitrators are pre-approved by the union. System rigged by design. 3 years. 47 cases to arbitration. 45 resulted in no discipline. 2 got written reprimands. No suspensions. No terminations. If you've ever wondered how corruption survives, this is how. Layer by layer. Protection by design. Comment if this feels familiar. By day 7, the FBI has everything. Financial records, surveillance, emails, body cam data, witness testimony, phone calls, 400 pages, 8 binders, enough to indict 7 people. Webb, Turner, 5 cops, Shaw, RICO charges, same statute used for mob families. Winters assembles the case. But before he can move, Webb makes his next mistake. Day 8. Webb wires $500,000 to a Cayman Islands account. The FBI watches in real time. The Financial Intelligence Unit flags it immediately. Suspicious activity. Large sum. Offshore destination. Webb books a flight. One way. Kansas City to Mexico City. Departure. Tomorrow morning. He's running. Winters gets the alert at 11 p.m. He's in his office. 3 cups of cold coffee on his desk. He's panicking, Agent Morris says. Let him run. We will grab him at the airport. No, Winters says. If he runs, the others scatter. We lose the network. So what do? We let him think he's getting away, and we watch who he calls. Meanwhile, Riverside PD launches their counterattack, not against Webb, against Brenda. Chief Howard holds a press conference. Podium, Riverside PD seal. American flag behind him. We understand there are questions about Officer Turner, Howard begins. Voice measured, calm. We take all allegations seriously. Officer Turner is on administrative leave. We are cooperating with federal investigators. A reporter raises her hand. Chief, the FBI says he choked an undercover agent. Do you dispute that? Howard pauses. Choose words carefully. Officer Turner responded to a reported disturbance. The situation was complex. Aspects require careful review before conclusions are drawn. Complex how? I'm not at liberty to discuss ongoing investigations. Another reporter. The video shows him choking her for 8 seconds. What's complex about that? Howard's jaw tightens. Officer Turner has served this community for 8 years. He has a commendable record. We ask that people withhold judgment until all facts are reviewed. No apology, no acknowledgement of wrongdoing, just vague language and appeals to patience. 2 hours later, the real attack comes. An anonymous source leaks information to a local tabloid blog. The headline, FBI agent in mall chokehold has troubled past. The article claims Brenda was investigated 3 years ago for conduct unbecoming. No details, no evidence, just insinuation. It's a lie. But it spreads. Within hours, social media explodes. Shared, reshared, comments pile up. Sounds like she provoked him. FBI covers for their own. Why was she undercover? What was she really doing? Victim blaming, immediate, automatic. Then the union issues their statement. Officer Turner is a dedicated public servant who has risked his life to protect this community. The rush to judgment against him, based on a partial video clip taken out of context, is deeply concerning. The individual involved has refused to cooperate with our internal review, raising questions about her credibility. Officers make split-second decisions in dangerous situations. Officer Turner believed he was responding to a threat. He followed his training. We stand by him. Every word is surgical. Partial video. Out of context. Refused to cooperate. None of it is true. But the truth doesn't matter in the first 48 hours. Narrative does. Natalie Brooks calls Brenda that night. They're trying to destroy you, she says. Brenda is in a hotel room, FBI protection outside, throat still bruised. Let them, Brenda says. They're calling you a liar, saying you provoked him. I know. Doesn't that bother you? Brenda is quiet. Then, Natalie, I've been undercover for 18 months. I've watched Webb's network operate, intimidate witnesses, threaten families, ruin lives. This is what they do. They attack credibility, flood the zone with lies, make people doubt what they saw. So what do? We let them talk. Because while they're talking, they're not thinking. That's when they make mistakes. She's right. That night, Turner makes a call, from his home, to a burner phone. He doesn't know the FBI has a wire on his landline. The call connects. It's me, Turner says. We need to meet. Not a good idea. The voice belongs to Sergeant Paul White, one of the 6 dirty cops. I don't care, Turner says. They're going to indict me. I need to know you've got my back. We do, but stay quiet. Don't talk to anyone, not press, not feds, not even your lawyer unless we clear it first. What about Webb? What about him? Is he taking care of this? White hesitates. Webb's handling his own situation. You handle yours. What does that mean? It means we're all on our own now. The call ends. Turner sits in his living room, lights off. Through the window, news vans parked across the street. Cameras pointed at his house. Waiting. He thinks about the money. 600,000 over 3 years. The people he intimidated. The complaints are buried. The lies told. Was it worth it? Across town, Brenda receives a text from Winters. Webb just booked a second ticket, Mexico City. Tomorrow 9 a.m., we're moving in. She types back, what about the others? Winters. Simultaneous raids. 6 locations. Dawn. Tomorrow, it ends. Brenda stares at the message. Her throat aches. Her career is under attack. Her name is being dragged through tabloids. But tomorrow, the network collapses. She closes her eyes. Try to sleep. Brenda doesn't sleep. She lies in the hotel bed, stares at the ceiling. The bruise on her throat throbs. Dull, constant, a reminder. Outside, she can hear the hum of traffic, distant sirens, the ordinary sounds of a city that has no idea what's coming tomorrow. Her phone buzzes. A text from her sister. Rachel. 3 time zones away in Seattle. Bren, I saw the news. Are you okay? Call me. Brenda doesn't call. She doesn't know what to say. How do you explain 18 months of your life just evaporated because a cop saw your skin color and made assumptions? Another text. This one from a friend, former academy classmate. Hang in there. The truth will come out. Will it? Brenda wonders. The truth is already out. Video. Witnesses, FBI badges. But half the internet still thinks she's lying, still thinks she provoked it, still thinks there must be more to the story, because people don't want to believe a cop would choke someone over a $10 price difference. They need it to be more complicated. They need her to have done something wrong. She closes her eyes, tries to quiet her mind, but all she can see is Turner's face. The moment he grabbed her, the coldness in his eyes, not anger, not fear, just certainty. The certainty that he could do this, that he'd done it before, that nothing would happen to him. And for 8 seconds, he was right. Her phone buzzes again, this time a news alert. Riverside officer's attorney claims FBI agent refused to identify herself during mall incident. Brenda reads the headline, doesn't open the article. She knows what it says. More lies, more spin. The lawyer claiming she could have avoided the whole thing if she'd just shown her badge. Except she couldn't, because she was undercover, because showing her badge would have blown 18 months of work, because the entire point was that Turner should have asked, should have de-escalated, should have treated her like a human being instead of a threat. But he didn't. She sets the phone down, stares at the ceiling again. Tomorrow, the raids happen. Webb gets arrested. Turner gets indicted. The network collapses. But tonight, Brenda is alone in a hotel room, watching her name get destroyed online, wondering if any of it was worth it. Her throat aches. She thinks about all the people who filed complaints against Turner, against Grant, against the others. All the people who were told their complaints were insufficient evidence. All the people who were made to feel like they were the problem. How many of them are watching the news right now? Watching her get blamed? Watching the system protect itself again? She picks up her phone, opens her messages, scrolls to a number she hasn't called in weeks. Her sister. She hits dial. Rachel answers on the second ring. Bren? Hey. Are you okay? Brenda's throat tightens, not from the bruise, from something else. I don't know, she says. Her voice cracks. Just a little. Enough. What happened? I did my job, Brenda says. I did everything right, and they're still calling me a liar. The people who matter know the truth. Do they? Brenda asks. Because right now it feels like the truth doesn't matter. It feels like no matter what I do, no matter how much evidence we have, they'll find a way to spin it, to make me the villain. Rachel is quiet for a moment. Then she says, Bren, you're not the villain. You're the one who stood up. You're the one who wouldn't let them bury this. I didn't have a choice, Brenda says. He choked me in the middle of a mall. And you could have stayed quiet after. You could have let the Bureau handle it quietly. But you didn't. You went public. You made them face it. Brenda closes her eyes, feels the exhaustion, the weight of 18 months, the anger, the fear. I'm tired, Rach. I know. I'm really tired. I know, but tomorrow you win. Tomorrow, they all go down. Brenda wants to believe that. Wants to believe that tomorrow will feel like justice, that the raids will be satisfying, that watching Webb and Turner get arrested will make the last 8 days worth it. But right now, alone in this room, it doesn't feel like winning. It just feels like surviving. Get some sleep, Rachel says. Call me tomorrow, after. Okay? I love you. I love you too. The call ends. Brenda sets the phone down, stares at the ceiling. Tomorrow, it ends. Tonight, she just needs to make it through. The problem is, Detective Sarah Collins, Kansas City PD, 18 years on the force, clean record. Until tonight. At 2:47 a.m., Webb calls her. FBI Intercept picks it up. I need a favor, Webb says, voice desperate now. I can't help you anymore, Collins says. You need to disappear. I'm trying. They're watching the airport. I need another way out. Find one. I can't be involved. Sarah, I paid you for 6 years. You owe me. Silence. Fine. Cargo route, trucking company. Interstate 70 West. They don't check manifests. Be at the depot by 6 a.m. The call ends. Winters plays the recording for Brenda. FBI Command Center, 3:15 a.m. Agents moving fast. Collins gave him an exit, Winters says, but we'll be waiting. At 6 a.m., the raids begin. 4 teams, 6 locations, synchronized. Team 1 hits Webb's dealership. Battering ram. 50 agents. They find financial records. Computers. 300,000 cash in a back office safe. Team 2 hits Turner's house. He's asleep. Answer the door in boxers. Sees badges. Doesn't resist. Hands up. Silent. Team 3 hits Grant's apartment. He runs. Out the back. Through the alley. 2 blocks before agents tackle him. Face first into pavement. Cuffed. Team 4 waits at the depot. Webb arrives 5:58 a.m., carrying 1 duffel bag, baseball cap, sunglasses. He never makes it to the truck. Marcus Webb, FBI. You're under arrest. Webb drops the bag. Doesn't run. Just stand there. Face blank. Like he knew. By 8 a.m., all 6 dirty cops are in custody. Turner, Grant, Simmons, Hernandez, White, Brooks, all arrested at their homes. Vincent Shaw arrested at his office. Agents walk in during a client meeting. Read his rights in front of witnesses. He demands to call his attorney. Irony isn't lost. By noon, the news breaks. FBI arrests 7 in Riverside corruption probe. Press conference at 2 p.m. FBI director at the podium. Winters beside him. Behind them, photos. Webb, Turner, 6 cops, Shaw. Today, the FBI has dismantled a criminal network that operated for 3 years in Riverside, Missouri, the director begins. 7 individuals were arrested and charged under RICO. These charges include bribery, conspiracy, money laundering, drug distribution. He pauses, looks at cameras. This investigation began 18 months ago when Special Agent Brenda Anderson went undercover. Her work identified 6 Riverside officers on Webb's payroll, officers who used badges not to serve the community, but to protect criminals. Another pause. 8 days ago, Officer Kyle Turner choked Agent Anderson at a shopping mall. He did not know she was FBI. He choked her because he made assumptions based on her appearance, and in doing so, he exposed the network he was protecting. The room is silent. This case is a reminder. No one is above the law. Not criminals, not corrupt officials, not those who swore to protect and serve. Press erupts with questions. Outside Riverside PD headquarters, the protest has grown. 500 people, signs, chants. But the tone has shifted, not anger, relief, vindication. Reverend Hayes speaks through the megaphone. We told you. For years we told you. Today, finally, someone listened. The crowd cheers. Natalie Brooks publishes her full investigation. 6,000 words. Every detail, every receipt, every lie. Headline: How one chokehold brought down an empire. Viral. National outlets pick it up. CNN, Washington Post, New York Times. Brenda watches coverage from the FBI office. Winters sits beside her. You did it, he says. She touches her throat. The bruise is fading now, yellow-green, almost gone. We did it, she says. Day 10. FBI tech specialists finish analyzing Turner's body cam, the one he wore during the chokehold, the one he thought he turned off. He did turn it off, manually. At 3:46 p.m., 1 minute before approaching Brenda. But Turner didn't know this. Riverside PD updated their body cam system 8 months ago. New vendor, new software, federal grant program. The new system has automatic cloud backup. Every time an officer deactivates their camera, the last 60 seconds uploads automatically to a secure server. Safety protocol. In case of accidental deactivations. It was supposed to train all officers. They didn't. Budget cuts. The manual went out in an email. Most officers never read it. Turner never read it. So when he turned off his camera, he thought the footage was gone. It wasn't. Agent Morris discovers it on day 9. He's reviewing server logs, looking for body cam footage from other officers at the mall. He finds a file. Turner K. 2084-11-129-1546, backup. MP4, 60 seconds, auto-uploaded. He opens it. The footage starts at 3:45 p.m. Turner walking through the mall, Christmas music playing. His radio crackles. Possible disturbance, toy store, main level, manager requesting assistance. Turner keys his radio. Copy, en route. But before he moves, his phone buzzes. He answers. Yeah. The voice is clear, unmistakable. Marcus Webb. You see that woman at the toy store? Black woman. Asking questions. Turner glances toward the store. The camera shows Brenda at the register. Calm. Hands visible. I see her, Turner says. She's been watching me, Webb says. Voice tight. Paranoid. I've seen her 3 times this week, different places, always watching. I think she's a cop. You think or you know? I don't know. But I can't take chances. Handle it. Make her go away. Turner pauses. Camera still recording. How do you want me to handle it? Webb's response is cold. I don't care how. Scare her. Rough her up a little. Whatever it takes. We can't afford attention right now. Turner looks at Brenda again, still talking to the cashier, still calm. Copy that, Turner says. He ends the call, reaches for his body cam, turns it off. But those 60 seconds? Already uploaded. Morris watches it 3 times, then calls Winters. You need to see this. By noon, the recording is transcribed, authenticated, time-stamped. By 2 p.m., federal prosecutors add new charges. Conspiracy to commit assault on a federal officer. 18 U.S.C. 1144. Obstruction of justice. 18 U.S.C. 1519. Deprivation of rights under color of law, 18 U.S.C. ER 242. All three carry a maximum 20 years. Webb ordered the hit. Turner executed it, both on tape. Undeniable. Prosecutors play the recording at a press conference. The media hears Webb's voice, hears him order Turner to rough her up, hears Turner agree. Public reaction is immediate. He ordered a cop to assault her. This wasn't a mistake, this was a hit. Even knowing she might be a cop, he still did it. The union withdraws support that afternoon, quietly. One-line statement on their website. In light of new evidence, the Police Benevolent Association can no longer represent Officer Kyle Turner. You're on your own. Turner's lawyer argues the recording is inadmissible, unlawfully obtained. The judge denies the motion. Recording created by department policy. Auto-uploaded by system protocol. No warrant needed. Legal, authentic, devastating. Brenda watches the press conference from her apartment. She's home now. Protection reduced, threat lowered. She listens to Webb's voice. Make her go away, scare her, rough her up. She touches her throat. Bruise almost gone, but she can still feel it. The pressure, the fear. That wasn't random. That was an order. Carried out. Winter calls that evening. We have everything. Webb, Turner, all 6 cops, Shaw, Collins, financial records, wires, witnesses, and now this, the body cam. It's over. Brenda closes her eyes. When's the trial? The grand jury meets next week. Indictments follow. Trial probably 6 months, but Brenda, they'll plead. No jury will acquit after hearing that recording. Good. You should be proud. I'm just tired. She hangs up. Sits in silence. Tomorrow, indictments. The network collapses. Justice moves forward. Tonight, she just wants to sleep. Day 14. The grand jury meets. 23 citizens. Sealed courtroom. No media. Just prosecutors presenting evidence. They present for 4 hours. Financial records. 1.8 million in bribes. Surveillance photos, 43 meetings, wire recordings, Webb ordering hits, email chains, Howard burying complaints, body cam footage, Turner receiving orders, executing them. The jury deliberates for 90 minutes. At 3:47 p.m., they return. True bill. Indictment approved. 7 defendants. 32 counts. Marcus Webb. RICO conspiracy, money laundering, drug distribution, bribery, conspiracy to assault a federal officer. Maximum. Life. Kyle Turner. Assault on federal officer. Deprivation of rights under color of law. Conspiracy. Obstruction. Maximum. 60 years. Officers Grant, Simmons, Hernandez, White, Brooks. Bribery. Conspiracy. Obstruction. Maximum. 40 years each. Vincent Shaw. Conspiracy, money laundering. Maximum, 30 years. Detective Sarah Collins. Aiding and abetting, obstruction. Maximum, 20 years. Indictments unsealed immediately. Within an hour, FBI agents serve them at county jail. Read each charge aloud. Turner sits in an orange jumpsuit. Hands cuffed, face blank. The agent reads, Count 1, assault on a federal officer. Count 2, deprivation of rights under color of law. Turner doesn't react, stares at the wall. When finished, Turner asks one question. How much time? 60 years if convicted. You're 39. You'd be 99. Turner closes his eyes. That evening, his lawyer calls the prosecutor. My client wants to talk. By morning, Turner is in a federal conference room, lawyer beside him, prosecutors across, Winters in the corner, Brenda watching via video feed. Turner looks smaller now, thinner, arrogance gone. What do you want to know? He asks. Everything. Names, dates, amounts, every dirty cop, every payment, every order. Turner talks for 6 hours, names 4 more officers, neighboring departments, all on Webb's payroll, details the system, how Webb recruited, how he paid, how he used cops to move product, intimidate rivals, bury evidence, admits to 11 assaults over 8 years, all Webb's orders, all covered by Howard, provides bank accounts, offshore accounts, shell companies, full financial network. By the end, prosecutors can indict 14 people, not 7. 14. Prosecutor slides plea agreement across table. 20 years, federal prison, no parole. Testify against Webb and the others, serve 20. Refuse, go to trial, serve 60. Turner reads it, signs it. One question. That woman, the Fed, she was really undercover? 18 months. And I just walked up and choked her. Yes. Turner laughs. Not humor, disbelief. I really screwed up. Yes. You did. 3 days later, the FBI arrests 4 more officers, 2 Kansas City, 2 independents, all at their homes, all RICO charges, network gone, completely. Chief Howard resigns, no charges, but my career is over. Mayor announces federal consent decree. The DOJ oversees Riverside PD for 5 years. Mandatory reforms, external oversight. Protesters celebrate. Signs read, "Justice served." Reverend Hayes speaks one more time. This is accountability, not promises, not committees, arrests, indictments. This is what happens when people refuse to be silent. Natalie Brooks wins Journalism Award. How One Chokehold Brought Down an Empire, nominated for a Pulitzer. Brenda, back at work. New assignment, new city, new cover. The work never stops. 6 months later, Turner pleads guilty. 20 years. No parole. Sentenced in federal court. Taken to USP Leavenworth. He'll be 59 when he gets out. Webb goes to trial. The jury deliberates for 4 hours. Guilty on all counts. Life without parole. The other 5 cops plead guilty. Sentences range from 12 to 18 years. All federal time. All careers destroyed. Shaw gets 15 years. Collins gets 8. Chief Howard never faces charges. But he never works in law enforcement again. Riverside PD operates under federal oversight. New chief. New policies. Body cams are mandatory. No exceptions. External Review Board for complaints. Union contract renegotiated. It's not perfect, but it's different. Brenda receives the FBI Director's Award. Ceremony in Washington. Closed to press. Classified. Her name was never mentioned publicly, because she's already undercover again. Different city, different case, different cover, but she keeps one thing from Riverside. A photo, the toy store, the doll she tried to buy, the one that started everything. She never bought it. Evidence seized. Case file closed. But she remembers. She asked for a manager. He reached for her throat, and in those 8 seconds, he exposed everything he thought was hidden. Justice doesn't wait for permission. It waits for evidence. And when the evidence is undeniable, even the system has to listen. If this story made you think about accountability, about what happens when people refuse to stay silent, share it. Comment your thoughts. Subscribe if you believe actions have consequences. Brenda's fight is over, but thousands of others are just beginning. Every time we demand receipts, every time we refuse to accept "trust us," we shift the balance. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one.
The story you heard today wasn't cleaned up. It was told exactly as it happened. At Black Voices Uncut, we believe that's the only way truth can live. If you felt something, hit like, comment, and your reaction and subscribe. Every week, we bring you voices that refuse to be silenced.